Imagine being stuck and dying in your own home, and nobody would find you. This is Worst Deaths Imaginable number 76. Viewer discretion is advised. Pictured here was 38-year-old Mariessa Weber of Florida. She was a very petite person. She was about 5'3" and just under 100 pounds. On the evening of October 28, 2006, Mariessa would walk into her home, say hello to her mother, and then go into her room. And then she was never seen again. The next morning, her mother realized she was gone. Her sister hadn't heard from her, hadn't seen her. Nobody else that she knew had seen her. They looked over the entire house, including her bedroom, but did not find her. So she was reported missing to the Newport Richey Police Department. And at first, people thought maybe she was kidnapped. Maybe she fell into the wrong crowd. She did have a history of drug use. The issue with that was there was no forced entry into the home. There were no signs of forced entry into her bedroom. There were no signs that a struggle took place. It's literally as if she just evaporated into thin air. Several days would go by, and the mother and the sister would notice that there was some very strong smells permeating throughout the house. They attributed this to rats that may have died in the walls. I guess this was an issue. Several days more, the smell gets worse. The sister decides to go into Mariessa's bedroom once more and begins to look around, when she notices something strange from behind a bookshelf. Towards the higher side of the shelf, she noticed what appeared to be a toe. The smell got worse as she approached the bookshelf, and she looked behind it, and she noticed her sister. Mariessa had been hanging upside down behind this bookshelf. She was deceased. Mariessa never left the house. She was not missing. For 12 days, she was stuck behind a bookshelf hanging upside down. It would be determined that she died of positional asphyxiation. Essentially, that's when your body is upside down. Your body is not getting the oxygen it needs. All of the blood is rushing towards your head, and you eventually pass out. Now, in terms of how long she was alive in this position is unclear. The coroner has not been able to determine that. Some people have lost consciousness within 40 to 60 seconds. Some people have been able to be in that position for a couple of hours before they end up being rescued or dying. But for at least a few minutes, she was in agony, probably calling for help. But somehow, some way, nobody found her and nobody heard her.